I don't have an explanation to most of the stuff what I'm talking about right now, and I don't know if it was real or if it was just in my mind. I'm about to do the craziest thing I have ever done. I'm gonna go to an ayahuasca ceremony. Hi, I'm on the morning of my ayahuasca trip. I feel a bit strange, but apart from that, okay. I was super restless and I keep thinking that I would miss my flight. Let's go. It was a very uncomfortable experience. I needed to close my eyes. There came a shaman. He put his finger on my forehead. He dropped these droplets into my eyes, and then I needed to open it, and the pain was insane. My intention was to just be with the pain. I wanted to test my pain tolerance, if I can just accept it and relax into it. So that was the intention. I couldn't sit with the pain. I was trying to fight it. I was just like put in my place. And then after this, there came the real ayahuasca ceremony. The shaman made this potion of ayahuasca, and everyone was sitting in a circle with candlelit light. And one by one, when we were ready, we needed to go up there, take the ayahuasca in a little cup. You could take your time, you could just have your own thoughts and have your own time before consuming this liquid. I was telling myself that whatever happens on this trip, whether it goes well or if it goes bad, I'm fine with it, because I already did my preparation with the super strict diet and lots of restrictions in your daily life. That was an achievement in itself for me. So after that, whatever happens, I was fine with it. So I took the drink and then I went to my makeshift place. We each had a bucket. If we wanted to vomit, the bucket is right there next to you. After everyone has taken their portion of potion, the lights went off and we were in complete darkness. After 30 minutes it started to kick in, and then the trip started. I never thought that I would say the word chakra check in connection with shamanism. Here we are, I guess things change. My body got completely immobile, but my mind was expanding. Image coming to my mind that the golden light is going through me, checking my individual chakras. It started with the root chakra, then it's told me that it's healthy. And then we went up one by one chakras and each was healthy. And then it stopped at my throat chakra and it didn't give me a feedback that it's healthy. This whole illusion or vision just disappeared. After the chakra check, I went into a phase of body appreciation where I could acknowledge my body. I was just thinking like, I have such an amazing and beautiful body, both physically, aesthetically, and most importantly, functionally. It can do anything what I want it to do. It's like functioning as it should be functioning. My muscles are amazing and strong and just full of life and power. And I was so appreciative of this. And this thought went into like a body-mind separation where I felt that my mind is just inhibiting a body in a limited world. And even if my body would not move, with my mind I can travel anywhere I want to. And then my whole mind started to expand. I could leave my body behind and just go into this universe of expansion. And that took me to a pretty interesting concept, which was the movie Inception, where they can construct and alter words only with their thoughts. And that's where I was. I was constructing these beautiful words in my mind, and I was free in it. I could just bend reality. Well, it was already not reality. It was like limitless. My possibilities were limitless. And there something really strange happened. The stuff in my mind translated into the physical too. My consciousness was expanding like horizontally into another dimension. And then I got this electrical shock. And I felt it in my body, like I physically felt the electrical shock. After a while, I started to realize that tension is building up prior to these shocks, and then I knew that I was gonna get one, and my whole body felt it, and it felt so real. And I don't know if it was real or if it was just in my mind. I could swear that I felt it physically, which I don't have an explanation for. Completely no explanation. I had a phase which I call the shopping mall scene. Thought it's like in Sherlock Holmes, this mind palace kind of thing was happening. My mind constructed 2 shopping malls and I needed to choose which shopping mall I want to go with. And that was also very metaphorical because in my life I always wanted to have 2 options to happen for me at the same time. I always wanted to have it both. So I chose a shopping mall and then it became the scene of the rest of my doors, how I called it. Or whatever I brought from my childhood, each shop had its own topic I could open the door for or I could not open the door for. And there I started to have this conversation with ayahuasca. They say ayahuasca is an intelligence on its own. She showed me different problems which I could go deeper into, and then she offered me if I actually want to go deeper right now or we should wait with it. Mentally I'm ready, but physically I wouldn't be able to do it. I was so exhausted. At that time I already vomited during the cleansing. And I was just, every time I lifted my head off, I just fall back on the pillow. I wasn't ready to go deeper physically. So we kind of made a pact that I'm not gonna go deeper yet, but next time, if we meet again, I'm ready to open those doors. And obviously the choices. But with the choices, I already now realize that I can't have it all. And most of the people can't have 2 things at the same time. You have to choose how you want to live your life, and that comes with compromises. You choose one thing, then obviously you compromise on the other one, but it's just not fair to have this delusion that I can have it all and I can cope with it, because it's making me clearer and clearer in my life that I can't, and this is not the right thing to do. The shaman invited us one by one to his feet to a little session or seance of cleansing. I don't know exactly the purpose or how the cleansing worked, but I think it's just getting rid of bad energy, and he was cleansing with a feather and singing and humming. It was beautiful. I felt the tension in my body. That was the only time, for example, where I vomited, and I vomited a lot. So I don't know what to make out of it. It happened, it was nice, but I don't have much memories about the cleansing. I was offered another round of ayahuasca, but I made a deal not to go deeper. I previously discussed with ayahuasca, in my mind obviously, that mentally I'm ready, but physically I'm not ready for another round. And I think it was a wise decision, because otherwise I would have been too greedy, and I think I would have been punished for my greed or not being able to wait for my turn in life. The next day, we got woken up at 5 a.m. It was a clear sky with very fresh and crispy air. As I was walking between the house and the tipi, I just felt that I was reborn. I appreciated the air, the trees. It was a beautiful feeling of appreciation to life. We got this drink called Bayusa. It's like some caffeinated indigenous tea. So we took this drink with us, and in the tipi there was a big fire in the middle of it, and everyone sat in a circle, and then came the shaman. Everyone shared how was their trip and what they experienced, what they've seen, what ayahuasca taught them. The shaman told us some stories about his childhood in the Amazon, and also the shaman told us about how he perceives our energy and what kind of element we possess. It's a spiritual theory that there are 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. He says that based on our energy, what he receives from us, he knows which element we belong to. So everyone was told what their element, and then given like an advice how to go forward in life, what to pay attention to. After this sharing, we went back to our place, packed up and left with our thoughts, questions and answers. If someone would ask me if I believe in ayahuasca and shamanism and all these things which happened in the past 2 days, I would say ayahuasca, definitely, no questions. I believe that it gave me something which I can integrate into my life, be a better version of myself, a more educated person. Shamanism, There's something to it, not in a mystical movie sense. There are people who possess spiritual qualities like feeling other people's energies and being able to connect with this energetic level. Indigenous people, they possess a wisdom which Western people forgot. This doesn't need to be super otherworldly or supernatural, but just basic things like knowing the plants and knowing stories of morality and virtue and all this stuff which we don't really live by in the Western world. I don't think I believe in supernatural entities as of today, but it definitely felt like ayahuasca has an intelligence on its own. Done my research before, and there are several accounts that throughout time and cultures people experience the same phenomena over and over again. You cannot have a shared consciousness hallucination. What I'm questioning is that whether those things and realms, what my mind created, is only in my mind, or was I able to tap into another level of consciousness, like change frequency. Being ayahuasca enabled me to change my frequency and to tap into another realm. So my main learning was, if you are stuck in life, if you have some questions or looking for answers, and you are brave enough and you are open-minded enough, ayahuasca can be a great tool to open up something in you which you can integrate and take away to be a better version. And I truly mean it. I don't think it's for everyone, because if you are not open-minded, you will just fight in it or struggle. You have to get to a point when you are willing to accept it and what it has to show you. I mean, there's nothing to lose, only your sanity and your belief systems, but you have a potential for so much gain. And after all, at the end of the day, whatever happens, it's just a great experience or a good story.